It's Annie and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to do an eye basics look. So this is a video if you have hooded eyes, if you have aging eyes, if you're struggling with blending and all that. I'm gonna share all my tips and tricks with you today. One thing you always have to make sure that you are doing with your eyes before you do it is wear a primer. And I would recommend wearing an eye primer versus just using a concealer and a foundation. A primer is made specifically for your eye area. It is going to conceal any redness, because I have a lot of redness and veining, but I already have my primer on. The one that I use is this one. This is from Trish McAvoy. I love it. It's been a repurchase for me. Let's ignore the goop right there. It is a doe foot applicator. Yeah, it's how most of these ones are. That's the only doe foot applicator thing that I like. The face stuff I don't like. This, it's fine. So you just put a little bit on, you blend it with your finger. If you want to get fancy, you can use a little flat brush like something like this, but I just use my finger. But if you have really long fingernails, it could be hard, so you want to use that. Then another thing that you can do, I don't always do this, but if you have problems with oily eyelids and you have a hard time keeping your shadow from creasing, no matter what base that you've used, then you want to set it with a little bit of powder. I'm just going to go in with this one. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless. You can use whatever setting powder that you have. And I just put a little bit, I make sure that my brush is clean. I was just wiping it off. Put a little bit in there, and then you go ahead and you put this on before you and you bring it up to your brow too, okay? And that will help to set that. So if you have oily eyelids, you want to do this. And you can do this again at the end of when you're doing your shadow. I'm trying to remember to do that, and I'll show you that, just to kind of set everything. It's just like setting the makeup on your face. Your eyelids might be oily. If you live somewhere like I do where it's humid, there's times even that I get that. Sometimes like my mascara will transfer, and putting a little bit of powder on will help. Now let's go and do an eye look. And I'm going to do a really, neutral kind of a look. Let's see. Let's do one thing I wanted to tell you guys too. Please don't be afraid of using shimmers on your eyes. Don't be afraid. If you want to wear a shimmer, just wear a shimmer. I don't think you have to stop doing certain things when you age. It's just how you put it on that could look a little bit more flattering, just the way you're doing it. I think softer eye looks look prettier and really bring your eyes out more, but I do think you can wear a shimmer. I don't wear glitters. There's a definite difference between glitter and shimmer. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this one. This is pretty basic. This is the nude dress from Dior. I love these quilts. I have 3 of them already, and I want to get more because the quality is beautiful. Believe it or not, you can get different looks using this palette. And it makes it really, really quick. If you're somebody that, if you look at a big palette, you're like, I don't know how to put colors together, and maybe you're in a hurry, you don't have time every day, these are really nice. They're nice because it's like you don't really have to think about it. So what I like to do is I want to start out with a fluffy brush, and I'm going to show you which one. So this is the number 16 from Refer. It's a nice fluffy brush. This is great for blending and applying your crease shadow. Whenever you're applying your crease shadow, relax your eyes. See how my eyes are? When I relax my eyes, and you see all that skin. So if I were to go like this and I put my shadow there, when I relax it, you're not going to see the shadow. So my crease is actually here. I just have skin sagging and hanging down. So I want to make this area bigger and pull my eye up. So I want to create that illusion. So the first step to do that is I like to put a medium shadow here. So usually I do a medium, a dark, and a light. So I'm going to go in and I am going to use this color right here. It has a shimmer, but don't freak out, okay? So I'm going to take that on my brush. I'm going to tap it a little bit, and don't freak out when I tap. It sounds louder because my microphone's right there. I promise you I'm not banging on my brush, okay? So I'm going to just relax my eye, and I'm looking in a mirror, and I'm applying my shadow right there. And I'm going back and forth, and when you are holding your brush, you always want to hold it like this. You don't want to hold it like this, and you're going to put too much pressure. You want to back your hand up like that. And then you want to go back and forth like this, and you're barely touching your skin too. You're not like pulling it in there. You're really like barely touching. And when you're holding your brush back like that, you're going to have the control to do that, as opposed to if you're going like this, you're just going to put way too much pressure on. So back your hand up, just like this, and then we're going to lightly sweep it back and forth. And you can already see the difference between this eye and that eye. Do you see the difference already? See how it looks like it kind of lifted my eye up a little bit as opposed to that eye? So again, I'm going to do the same thing. And you don't have to put a lot of color on. You don't have to dig your brush in there. And excuse my stomach if you hear little noises, because I'm getting hungry. My stomach always makes a lot of noise. I don't know why. I eat, I don't know. So just back and forth, like that. Relax your eye, back and forth, really lightly. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to take my Refer brush 12. So this is a really nice one. I like to use this one on the outside corner. It's nice and compact and packed, as opposed to this. See how this brush is? That's just too big to put out there. It's gonna be, your eye look's gonna be all sloppy. So you want to use something like this. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to take this shadow right here, that darker shadow right there, tap it in, tap it off really lightly. Then I'm going to close my eye and I'm going to keep it right here on the outside corner, just like this. I'm going to, after I blend it and I'm holding my brush the same way, adding really light pressure. Now I'm going to slightly bring it up a little bit. I just want to get most of that color on the outside corner. Now this eye's a little bit more slightly hooded than my other eye. And I'm going to just blend it. You don't want to bring it out. You want to keep it in, okay? And we're just lightly blending it. You want to soften those corners, you know, the outside edge of the shadow, because you don't want to see this outline. We want to soften it so it almost looks like it's airbrushed. And good brushes will make a huge difference too. They really will. That's why I love these brushes. BK Beauty brushes are really good too. this is what I've been using. I just really, really love Refer brushes, but BK Beauty brushes are really good too. You guys know I love those. Real Technique brushes are really nice from the drugstore. That's a great drugstore option. I think they're great brushes. Okay, so do you see how that's looking already? Do you see how that's changing my eye? Yes, you still see that skin there, but it's bringing your eye up. It's bringing the eye up. I'm going to go in now and I'm going to actually mix this color and this color. I could just use this color, but I'm going to kind of mix the two. So I'm taking my Refer brush number 2. See how it's flat? Okay, so this is really nice for lid. Again, if I were to use this, it's just too big. You don't want to use something like this for your lid. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this and apply that shadow. So this is going to give a very, very soft look. See that? Now, if that's not enough for you, take your finger and do this. See the difference? It just picks up a little bit more color. So sometimes I will just use my finger. It depends on the look you want. And sometimes I just want it. I would just want to really see it. But this is so pretty, isn't it? I'm going to show you another, we're going to blend it a little bit more, so let me put this on first. When you're done applying your shadow, then you can go back if you feel like, oh, I don't want to have oily eyelids, or maybe your edges are a little bit harsh yet, okay? Take that fluffy blending brush, the crease brush that we use, wipe it off first, go in with a powder again, and now we're going to just really lightly soften those edges. I mean, I'm barely touching here. Just like that. Something I see a lot of people do, I see so many women do this, and I think it would look so much prettier and softer if you did the way I'm going to show you. And I'm going to show you an example because I want you to see what I'm talking about. And I'm actually going to use a darker pencil than I normally do because I need to share this with you. This is what I see some people do, this. Do you see how that ages me? It makes my eye stand out, but do you see how that ages me? Let's do the other eye the way I want to show you, and then I'm going to fix this, okay? So actually, I'm going to just use a little bit of this, but I'm going to fix it. I have to match now. So I'm going to do it really lightly. Then I'm going to take this, and I'm going to go in with that brown, and we're going to soften it. And this is my rougher brush number 3. I'm just going to go right on that lash line. And it's going to define my eyes, make my lashes look a little bit thicker, bring my eye out, but it's a much softer version. But look at the difference between this eye and that eye. I see so many people wear this. Do you see the difference? See how that just, it pulls my eye down and it just makes me look, it's just not attractive. I just think this looks a lot softer and prettier, and this just isn't. But we can fix that. We're going to fix it. So again, I'm going to go in with that shadow. So if you want to wear a liner under your eye, do very little of it and then go over it with an eyeshadow, a powdered eyeshadow, because it's going to soften it up. So we're going to fix this. If I had a Q-tip, I'd probably be able to, I may have to wipe this off a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to try to wipe some of this off. I really needed to show that to you, to explain it. If you blend it out. Now I'm going to go in with the powder. So I still have that liner there. We're going to soften it with this liner. And even with this, you don't want to go down too far, because if you do, you can drag the eye down too much. So I just want to blend that out. See how it makes my eyes pop, but it's not over the top. This is something I just started using, and I love this. Okay, so this is the double-ended pencil. Now, normally I only use this one for my waterline, which I'm going to do right now. I like to put this up here because it really makes my eyes pop. When I do that, it makes my upper lashes look thicker. Oops. And then the other one is going to be for my lower lashes, and I'm going to, or my lower, you'll see. It's a little bit, it's like a metallic, okay? So this is what it looks like. And you just put a little bit of this in your waterline, and it just kind of adds a little bit of, it brightens it up a little bit. But look how that really makes my eyes like pop. But see the difference between this and the other? Okay. One more tip to share with you. I did one side of my brows. If you want to see a brow video, because this is a long video as it is, go to my playlist on my homepage, and I have several eyebrow videos sharing different techniques with you guys. But do you see the difference between that eye and that eye? See how that really pulls my look together, even though I don't have mascara on, but it lifts my eye too? Doing your brows is really important. Okay, especially if you're a mature lady and you have brows like me where I have sparse areas, it's really, really important. Another thing that you can do to help to lift and open your eyes is to curl your lashes. I don't do this every day anymore. I'm trying to be a little bit more gentler with my lashes, but I'm going to show you on this eye. So this is the new eyelash curler from Rougher. But I'm going to be honest with you, even though I'm going to show this to you, I do really like it. Eyelash curlers sometimes can be individual. So what works for one person doesn't for another with eyelash curler, because it depends on your eye shape. So one eyelash curler doesn't always work for everybody. So I just wanted to be upfront about that. I like the one from Kevin O'Con. That's another one that's really, really nice that works for me. But I've used some before that I've curled, and I've either pinched my skin or pulled lashes out because it just didn't work for my eye shape. So just wanted to share that. So what you do is you put it on your eye like this, okay? You want to get all your lashes in there. Then you squeeze it and you kind of pump it like that. This is such a nice one, you guys. I really like this. And then you release it like that. And you can kind of see already how it lifted my lashes. And if that's not enough, you can do it again. So again, just go like this. Kind of squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release. One thing I will tell you never to do, and I've seen people do this and don't ever do it, don't have mascara on and do that. You are going to pull your freaking lashes off. I see people doing that, like they put the mascara and they do it. It's like that is just dumb advice as far as I'm concerned. I'm said the word dumb because it really is. I usually do the lip bottom first. I think I got a little spot there. We'll fix it. So I'm going to go ahead and put my mascara on. I usually do several coats, so I'm not going to bore you with it, but I just wanted to show you the difference between both my eyes. See how my eye looks lifted, but you see how my shadow is? That makes a huge difference, you guys. It really, really does. This is my final eye look. So do you see the difference? See how that shadow up there brings my eye up? Doing my brows makes a big difference, and your eyes. One more tip I wanted to share with you guys about eyes. I don't do this all the time. Occasionally I will wear these, but I haven't worn them in a while, but I have them ready to go. Okay, several of these because I love them. So these are the MAC 33 lashes. I love these. Okay, so this is another way to open up your eyes too. You can wear them as much as you want. I just don't like to wear them all the time because it's a little high maintenance for me. And like I said, I just haven't been wearing them in a while. I'm just okay with my regular eyelashes. But if you want to bump it up a notch and maybe you're going out somewhere special or whatever, and you really want your eyes to really look open and awake and pretty, these are really nice because they're not over the top. You guys have seen me wear this. Is it going to focus? Okay. You guys have seen me wear these on videos. Every so often I'll wear them, and you know, if I feel like my lashes just need a little bit more one thing I want to point out to you, this is the lash that I curled and the one I didn't. So you can definitely see a difference in the two, and I wanted to do that so you could see it. See the difference how those eyelashes are a little bit more up than that? That's because I curled them. The curling them does make a difference. It does make them a little bit up. You know what I mean? I just don't like to do it all the time, especially in this eyelash because I felt like things were going on there. I don't want to say it anymore. I don't want to put it out there, okay? But I was having issues and I haven't been, and I just kind of want to baby these lashes a little bit more, so I haven't been using a lash curler. I'm just trying to be really, really gentle with my eyelashes. And then again, softening, see the difference? You saw the difference with softening. It really, really makes a big difference. Now, one question I get a lot, and I want to answer it really quickly. So sometimes this is a comment I get from you guys. You say if you put like any liner under here, it just gets smeared because maybe you have a lot of oils up there. So there's a couple things you can do. One, you can put a primer up there, either an under eye primer. The one from Smashbox is really nice. So it's actually an under eye primer, and you don't have to put it all under your eye. You can just put a little teeny tiny bit under your lash line, just the tiniest amount, and just dab, dab, dab it, and then maybe just add the tiniest amount of powder, okay, and just kind of set that a little bit, see if that helps. Or you can use all over, if you have a primer, like a sticky kind of primer that you use on your face, you can use a tiny amount. And when I say tiny, just like maybe get a Q-tip or something, and you just do a teeny tiny, remember you only have that little space there, and just put a little bit there, let it dry because it'll be a little bit tacky, and then put a little bit of a powder there, and then try using an eyeshadow powder only, and not even do the cream pencil like I did. I usually don't do pencils. I just wanted to kind of like show like what it looks like when you do that over powder. I still think it looks a little bit harsher on my under eyes than I normally would like it, because I just feel like just a shadow works better on me. But if you're like, it shadow doesn't work, I gotta use that, then that's what I would do, is use a primer first. If you feel like you really need to use an eyeliner because the shadow doesn't stay on you still, then I would say use a tiny bit and blend it really well, and then still go over it with a shadow. Just be careful not to pull it down too much, because especially if you have any sagging hair, you're going to pull the eye down. You don't want to pull the eye down. We want to keep that color right up there. Okay. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it was helpful to you, and I will catch you guys all in my next video. Bye. Oh my God, sometimes I'm filming, like I'm editing, and I'm all the way over there. It's like, why are you not in the center of the... I don't know, because I'm looking at my monitor and then I'm trying to line everything up. Okay. So that I feel like I'm getting, yeah, what is, oh God. See, this is that. This is the Lisa Eldridge lip stuff here that I'm wearing, and I'm just having issues with it. There was something else that I wanted to say to you, and then I just had a menopausal moment because I interrupted myself, and when I interrupt myself, I don't remember what I'm saying. It's not going to figure out what did I just say? What was I going to say? Something about, I have to go back in my head now. What was I talking about? I was talking about lashes, mascara, curling lashes. I don't remember what I was going to tell you. That's great. What was I going to tell you? I swear to God, I don't know what I was... Oh, I know what I was going to say. It came to me. Okay.